Hello, this is Wesley from Solarborn Technologies. Maybe some friends maybe know me because I have already 8 years experience in solar industry. Today I have the presentation for the solar panels, mainly for the solar panel topic to share you. First, we have three parts for today's presentation. First part is the on-grid, off-grid, and on-off-grid system. Second part is mounting structures and associations. And the third part is the solar cell and the solar panel. Today our main topic is about the solar panel. Okay, the first is the on-grid solar system. On-grid solar system means the system power can be connected to the utility power. We can sell the PV energy to the utility power to get some income and to save the power energy what you used in your project, like the family using, like the industry factory using, different kind. And the present this kind of system we normally built it for the ground power station, like the fishery light complementary and the agriculture and the general ground system. And also for the industrial and the commercial rooftop, residential and rooftop, different kind of rooftop, we also can do this kind. For mainly on-grid, we used on-grid can be connected to the state grid, cannot to storage the power. So second is the off-grid solar system. For off-grid solar system, the biggest difference between with the on-grid is that the off-grid system can be storage the power. So that's why the off-grid system must be have the battery. The battery we can use the gel battery or lithium battery. That's for the two kind battery types. And present for the off-grid, we have so many applications because that depends on the what loads what you used. Like example, we can support the portable solar lighting system and the water pump system, and also the street light system, and some like the multi monitoring system, and so on. Off-grid, we used normally by the personal owner using, cannot be sell the solar power to the utility. All the powers by the solar energy can be stored into the battery group. For the battery group can be changed the DC power to AC power to your loads to your loads, what kind of loads using, like the computer, like the air conditioner, like the lights, different kind. The third is the on-off grid. Present this kind of on-off grid system, we mainly built a lot of projects in the European market and some South American market. Because for this kind of storage system, the top mainly high technology is in the inventors and the lithium battery. And also we can do like the container storage system, energy storage system. We can design the container like 20 feet and the 40 high cube feet different solution ways for the different kind of energy solar system using. What is the biggest difference of the on-off with the on-grid system? For the on-off, we can storage the power to the battery. The difference with the off-grid, we can use on-off grid system to send the power to the utility power to sell the energy. So the on-off, like the including the both energy, what like you can storage and also can sell the energy. and another is for our mounting brackets. For the mounting brackets, we normally use to fix the PV module, like to installation. What our Solarborn mainly manufacture for the mounting brackets we can do is for two kinds. One is the aluminum. The aluminum will the appearance will be much more better, and the using can be much more longer. Another one is the C steel. The C steel, the appearance might maybe not looks well, but the cost will be cheaper than aluminum. If you have any projects wanted to get the mounting structures, you can contact us freely. We can do the solutions design for you for all kinds of ground solar system, for all kinds of rooftop solar system, both okay. And for some social reasons like the cables, DC cables, and some connectors, and some the tools. What are the tools we use it for the cables, the installation. So we can also support this kind. And now this part we show you is from the silicon to get the one completed solar cell. Silicon, where we get the silicon materials and come to the ingot. Ingot, we get and cut the ingot to get the mono or poly wafer, and then we will go to the solar cell production workshop to have some the process to from wafer to solar cell. First process we do is the first cleaning. After first cleaning, we go to the diffusion. After the diffusion, we get the second cleaning. And after we go to the PECVD. After PECVD, we get the half finished product of the solar cell. Like the wafer go to the blue color or deep blue color is in the PECVD. After this, we go to printing. The printing, we will get the bus bar on the solar cells. And after printing, we go to the testing. Testing the power and the efficiency of the different solar cells. And the machines will sorting the different efficiency of the solar cells and the quality different by the automatic machines. And then we go to the packing. After packing, all the solar cells will be in the box. Normally for the solar cells, if you're not used to the solar panel workshop, we can save that for like around 1 year or half of the year. Depends on the solar cells how to save them, how to package them. For the solar cells industry, for the 10 years ago, that time the market mainly used the 125 millimeter and go to the 156 millimeter and 158 millimeter. Like for that 8 years ago, mainly customer will buy like the 250, 300. That time, that kind is very popular and with the full size solar cells. And then, like these years, the market changed so big. Like the present market, mainly mono and poly is out of the market because the mono cost and the mono efficiency much better than poly. Then the present market for biggest power panel only produced by mono solar cells. Like 2 years ago, the market mainly used 166 millimeter. And the other years mainly 182 to 210 for big power, like the present hot type 550 watt power solar panel, 650 watt solar panel, and the future we will use much more different technology like the TOPCon, HJT, HIT, IBC. Different technology we can get the much more big power. future, maybe 700, 800, even much more for one panel will come true. And this part we will show you how to name for the type of the Solarborn panels. Because different company have the different type of name. Today I have to show you how to learn Solarborn type name. For example, for the 410 type, SLB, that means the Solarborn, and the 108, that means the pieces of the half-cut solar cells. We use the 108, 108 pieces half-cut cells to produce the 410 watt. This is by the 182 millimeter solar cell. Like the M, it means the mono, P, it means the poly, and the number 9 we means the 182 millimeter solar cells. And also we have the others, like the 10 millimeter, 10 means the 210 millimeter solar cells. So by this way, you can know the first part of our type, and the following, like the 410, that means the power of the solar panel. So now you can understand how Solarborn type name meaning. You can, if you get our data sheet from our or our sales manager, you can understand what type Solarborn produced for you. And for the solar bus bar, 10 years ago, like the 125 millimeter, only the 2 bus bar, 2 BB, and come to the 156 and the 158. That time like the 4 BB, like the 5 BB and the 6 BB, and go to the 166 millimeter, change to the 6 BB, 9 BB, 10 BB, and now 182 and the 210 millimeter big size solar cells. We mainly use like the 10 BB and to the 12 BB. Future, like the Topcon, like the HJT, we may use the 16 BB. That means the bus bar will get much more. The solar cells be biggest, and the printed technology will much more difference. Actually, bus bar much more on the solar cells. The power will get a little higher and less bus bar. And the present industry of solar cells. Against the different technology producing, we can get the P-type and the N-type. For the general, like the POC, present what you get or what you find on the present industry, on this kind or on the present market, the mainly products is the POC, like the mono, like the poly, and even for some other smaller panels, we all use like the POC. But for the like the 156 millimeter or 125 millimeter solar cells, we still use the market still use the older technology. For the present, like the hot type, the 410, 550, 650, no, normally all use the POC mono. It's the P-type materials for the mono. And for N-type, normally we for the double glass and bifacial solar panels, we use the N-type. And for the future, like the Topcon, HJT, MPERT, and the IBC, all is the new technology on the solar cells for the N-type. For that time, for the future, we will maybe get a much more big power of the solar panels, because for solar panels, the main material is the solar cells, and the main technology also is the solar cells. And for the solar cells technology, also have some others, like the MWT and the shingles and the others. Present the POC max efficiency around 24%. That's why the new technology is going develop on the N-type, because the N-type still have much more more efficiency improving for the future. And this is the picture to show the completed the structure of the solar panel. For the solar panels, general solar panels, we have the aluminum frame, glass, EVA, solar cells, EVA, back sheet, and the junction box. If we get the double glass, the back sheet will change to the double glass panel. Maybe this is very easy to understand the solar panel, how to mix and construct how solar panel done. And then we go to check. This is the half cut model technologies. Why half cut? This topic is changed around 2 years ago. In that time, mainly is the fuel cells. After that time, half cut mainly instead of the full cells solar panels, because the half cut solar panels in the present industry will get much more power, like get much more efficiency, and even the shadow on the half of the panel for full cells solar panel will be get a zero power output, but for half cut we still can get a 50% power output, and also the temperature for the solar panel work. The half cut will get less temperature on the surface. So the low working temperature is better for the solar panel to work to get the complete power and get the general power for the solar system. That's why the market, the industry changed to half cut solar panel. And here we show some like the NWT technology. NWT technology is a different technology on solar cells. We use this kind of cells mainly to produce the flexible panels. Like present, we have the new technology for flexible panels. We produce 95 watt, 100 watt, and 350 to 380 watt mainly. And we also can do the customized, but depends on the size and the quantity. Because what this kind of flexible panels is different than all the technologies. Because like the solar cells and the front materials, we all use the newest technology. So present, this kind of panel still the cost still in a higher level. But if you have any interested, you can ask us for some information. And here is the technical Q&A for our Solarborn flexible solar panel. We named that is the FlexMe. We're collecting some questions of the customer, what they really want to know from us. First, the question is, what is the material of the modules? Actually, for the front frame, the carving material we used is the newest technology because it's still in the confidential at present. And the bank sheet we used is for the POE material. And the bank sheet is the general material now for the flex. But the most important is the front carving material. That makes the solar panel to be flex. And the second question, for the silicone and the type material which used for installation for flexible panels can be used for 25 years or longer time. Or how often should we add more silicone or tap materials? Actually, we not produce the silicone or tap, but in order to use for a long time, we suggest the below suppliers of the silicone gel and the tap, like the below brands, the Tongshan and the Huitian. These are the two brands in China, and we once once-time installation can be used for a long time until the roof's broken or changed. Actually, this kind of material, if you install the flexible panels on your roof, they are similar like the general panels with frame and can be used for a long time. That's why we suggest you to use the brand supplier for the silicone gel and the tap. Because others we not tested. For Tongshan and Huiting, we have already tested. For example, for the roof of the color steel types, the life of the color steel sometimes is not used a long time. For example, like the 10 years, maybe the steel rooftop will be broken or have to change it. Maybe for that time, we have to make it a new installation for the panels. Depends on the situation of the roofs. And you can understand this kind of solar panel we installation in easy way, because without the mounting structures, only use the silicone gel or the installation tap. We also have the installation videos on the YouTube of the Solarborn Technologies. Maybe you can find the YouTube of our installation video. The third question is how long does it take to dry all the silicone or tap installed? Much more long time, much more better, because the silicone gel normally, for example, for the general panels which we produce on our workshop, we have to make the panels, left the panel in our curing workshop to stay for 3 to 5 hours. That's why much more longer, much more better, and it can be understood that the curing time is similar as the general panel, and the weather conditions during the installation is very important and have to consider. Like the serenity is not good for the installation of the flexible panel, but in the sunshine day, it's better to keep the dry, to keep the good installation conditions for the flexible panel. Okay, the fourth questions. The hail and wind resistance is it can be chain plate. Actually, this kind of flexible panels are same as the general panels, so we can get the same conditions as the general panels. The fifth question: will it be damaged if lifted and removed after installation? Actually, if you remove them and lifted them, maybe after installation, will be damaged because the bending degree we maximum is 60 centimeter. Like the sixth question, what's the maximum bending degree? The bending diameter is 60 centimeter. But present like the flexible solar panels, so many customers interested because it's a new technology now in the market, and what we produced is the difference as the older technologies. So if you have any questions, you can come to check with us. We can share you more like this kind of Q&A. Okay, next. The next is about the workshop to show how the solar panels made. First step, the workers put the solar cells into the machine, the welding machine. Welding machine will connecting the solar cells to get the solar series. The solar series group we will put on the EVA and the glass. Everything by the assembly, like the automatic machine to put the solar cells on the EVA and the glass. And after this, we'll go to we will put the second EVA and the bank sheet on the panel. And the first testing is the EL testing. This is the testing before the eliminated. Because after eliminated, we cannot change anymore. If the first EL testing, we find any problem solar cells, any bad solar cells, our workers will fix them, and to guarantee our quality of the solar panel, and then go to the eliminating. After eliminating, the solar panel already get like the half finished of the solar panel, and the workers were checking the appearance of the solar panels, and then go to the framing, installation the junction box, and go to the carrying workshop to stay there, let the silicon gel to be carried. And after that, we will go to the first IV testing. IV testing to get the power, like the I and V, and what power we get for this order to you. And the next is the installation void test. And the second, the EL testing. For solar panels, EL testing is very important and is the source for the quality and to guarantee our quality. So testing for EL is very important. Finally, we deliver the A-grade solar panel to our customer. All the panels were packaged. Okay, this part is today our main topic about the present market, the present industry hot type solar panels. Like the 2020 to 2021, the hot type mainly is produced by 166 millimeter solar cells. In that time, like the 370 to 380 and 440 to 460. These two kind of watt will be popular in the market. And the market developing to big solar cells to get much more power. Like at present, we can produce with the 182 millimeter solar cells, we can get like the 410 and 550 and 210 millimeter solar cells. We can produce over 600 watt and 650 watt. Big size solar cells produce bigger power solar panels. And here, I make the competitor with different size, and we produce by different size solar cells. Like for example, around 400 solar panel, you may get the different size because the present market we can produce by 182 or 210 millimeter solar cells. Like the left, we can get like the size is 1722 and 1134 with the thickness 35 millimeter. This kind of panels with our present very hot type to our customers, and the loading quantity is 806 pieces and 31 pieces per pallet for one high cube container. And the right hand is for the another side, which produced by the 210 millimeter solar cells. The size of the solar panel is 1754 with 1096 millimeter, and the thickness for this type we mainly produce is 30 millimeter because we have already calculated for the maximum loading quantity. For this size, we can load in 936 pieces and 66 pieces per pallet for one high cube container, 40 high cube. And the same for the 450 watt. Also can get the two kind difference produced solar cells solar panel. But for these two kind, both with 35 millimeter frame, the technique is the same. The length and the distance, the range are both are similar. That's why the loading quantity for 140 high Q we can loading same. Both are 744. Before we produced by 166 millimeter. That time the solar panel is mainly 450 watt also. But now you can have new options for new different 450. And for 550, this type is very hot type. Because present like in present market, what we deliver with more to our customer is the left first type, which produced by 182 millimeter solar cells. The size of solar panel is 2279 and 1134, and with the frames 35 millimeter. And the other two types we make the panels with different pieces of the half-cut cells, but the loading quantity they are same. So that's why present 550, what you get from us is the first left first type. It's very popular and hot type. And for the over 600 and the 650 over 650 watt solar panels, mainly produced by 210 millimeter solar cells. And if you have any demand for these two kinds, you also can find the size of the solar panel and the loading quantity. These are for the big panels. And then we go to for the smaller panels. Smaller panels, we still can produce poly. And mono, we changed by the bigger size, like the 166 millimeter, 182 millimeter, 210 millimeter, and we have already talked so much. So for these small panels, like customer mainly now will require the 150 watt, 250 watt, 330 watt, and also like the folding panels, flexible panels, portable for the portable system for the street light all-in-one or the separated panels, and also asking some smaller panels for pumping system. For this kind, we also can produce because solar panel for Solarborn, we produce all kinds of solar panel. We are professional manufacturer for solar panel. And some customer maybe will need like the special package in mind, like the one piece per carton or two pieces per carton. And then you may need a good design for the cartons, like the last photos we show for you. This is our Solarborn design for one of our customer. If you want like this kind, maybe you can talk with us about this kind of solar panel, how to design a good appearance of the package for you. And how to selecting the suitable panel on your project. Actually, first is about your investment. Like the project normally have the investment amount, including the transportation, installation. That's why we have to calculate different loading quantity for each container. Like the last year, the sea freight cost very higher. Now the sea freight come down and maybe going better and better. But still, it's very important for your investment to consider. And Also, the project installation uses area, how big how big a rooftop you have, how big area of the ground you have. Then you can calculate ROI of your project. So first consider must be the investment of the project, because solar panels different watt just to catch your capacity of project, just the quantity will be different. Then the second is selecting the size to match the project and the power more, like the power more, less quantity, that's better. Like that's why the 550 is very hot, because the size is normally matched so many projects, and the per pieces we can get the 550 maximum power, and easy for installation. This is considered for easily installation. Normally, customer will consider smaller size, like the 410 watt. It's very popular now because it's easily for installation. And the third, we have to consider hot type, because market present hot type solar panel will be have the more production. For you, will be easier to get the products. If you want to special size solar panels, maybe you have to wait the production to arrange the producing for you. Generally, for the hot types, we are quantity production for order by order, other order by order. If you order earlier, we will arrange the production earlier for you. Even we can arrange the present what we produced. If the type is you want, we can deliver it to you very fast, like in 10 days, in 15 days, then we can deliver to you. And the fourth, the considered will be the appearance, because so many customers now considered about the black, full black. Even the customer consider the other color, special color like the red color, green color, blue color for the bank sheet, and for the frame. This kind of special demand. Just the material, the color appearance will be changed, other or similar, and the cost may be higher than the silver, than black. It will be different. So above four points, if you all considered, then you will get your option to how to select the suitable panels for your project. Then here shows some the certificates of the different countries. In your countries, maybe have the president have some different requirements for you to import the solar panels from us. First, IEC, it's the market industry standard. Actually, so many certificates follow this kind of standard. IEC 2016 version, 2018 version. Now it's the normally standard. And then is the CE, TOV. The TOV we can get a different kind from different like the TOV SAAR we issued by SGS, and the TOV Rhineland they have their own TOV logo difference. Like the TOV Sud, the TOV North, and also the factory will have the ISO 19001, and the ISO 14001, ISO 45001. And the Japanese market will have the JET, the Brazil market have the Imetru, the China market will have the CQC, CGC, and the South Africa will have the SABS, and the Australian market have the CEC, the Korean market will have the Kango. Different market have different demand. And for the United Kingdom have the MCS, retailer for Colombia, DIWA for the UAE market, and the PV cycle for Europe market. SNI for the Indonesia market, GSE for the Italy market, and the ETL for the North America, and SASO for the uh, South Alabo. And the different market may have the different certificate requirements, and so many African market may ask for the before loading inspection. We also can follow you to match what you want for the certificates. If you have any questions, welcome to contact us. You can mail to our sales at solarborn.com, and you also can find Wesley and find our other sales managers. And for distribution business, if you want to talk with about to distribute Solarborn brand, it's very important to get your company profile and what your company now doing in your market. Like you are the distributor, like the installer, like the dealer, and maybe you have some other experience in your market, and maybe you are new guys for solar industry. We are welcome and open for talking about the distribution business. You can send your company information or some your emails, other information to our director at solarborn.com to get some conditions how to be the Solarborn distributors. And welcome to join us and let the clean energy light up everywhere. Solarborn, born for the sun, sunshine product, and the warm service. Thank you for your listening, and wish you can get some information from this time presentation. And see you next time. Bye bye.